Hey everyone, it's Froggy, and today we're going to be starting a new series now that Amnesia Memories is over. We're going to be playing the second Reproduction, because this is the game that lost to Stormlover Kai, so this is the one that we're going to be doing as the main game. So let's go ahead and start this up. By the way, I know nothing about this game. I saw that they were playing it, doing like a play-along on Reddit, and I just forced myself to not read it at all. I didn't want to give myself any spoilers, so I know nothing about this game at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start it up. Do you want to skip the opening scene? No. The silvery light of the moon bathed upon my palms as a warm, damp sensation crawled along my fingers. The droplets had such a bright, vivid hue that it seemed like the only color allowed in this monotone world. From the corner of my blank mind, dark feelings flooded into me. Isn't this strange? I couldn't have. O beautiful city of Almanan, a city blessed by the rain gods, and the emblem of the sun god's resting place. The serene tune of the harp brought music to the sunlit courtyard, accompanied by a beautiful voice. I reached for my teacup and drank, quietly enjoying the music as I savored the tea's flavor. After slowly finishing my drink, I placed it onto the white marble table and glanced towards the two talented, yet beautiful girls before me. The girl on the right, dressed in dark green, wore her wavy, flax-colored hair down to her waist. The other wore her glimmering silver hair in a bun, with the loose strands resting on her shapely bosom. The glittering decorations she wore, along with the golden harp her fingers danced across, made her glamour undeniable. Witnessing such a heavenly scene, without having to pay so much as a penny, made me feel like the luckiest person alive. As I engrossed myself in the calm atmosphere, a sharp call brought me back to my senses. Hey, Chris, are you listening? Christina?
ごめん。二人の音があまりにも美しかったから、ついぼーっとしてしまった。
Oh dear, Celise. Please remember that you are a lady. You shouldn't shout in such an unrefined manner. While chiding Celise, she politely placed her hands in front of her dress and sat down. The girl named Celise pouted in displeasure and retorted. But Fiona, I'm only going out of my way to sing because Chris said she wanted to listen. Don't be silly. Chris is still exhausted from her previous battle. Wouldn't she rather take a nap? And just like that, they started to argue. Still, they were both undeniably beautiful. In contrast, my appearance was uncouth to the point where I couldn't possibly be called feminine anymore. Simply put, I was in my military uniform. I didn't tie my hair into a bun like Celise. I just let it down. It looked slightly curly, but that was its natural shape. I never bothered making an effort when it came to hair care either. Even though they were both my sisters, our differences in appearance saddened me from time to time. You think so too, don't you, Chris? Chris!
あ、二人の歌は聞いてたよ。歌た寝はしてないから。
We're not talking about that. Those demons interfered in the subjugation a few days ago, didn't they? Sickening creatures like them should just die, all of them. Apparently, the topic changed without me realizing. Sorrow clouded the expression of our eldest sister, Fiona, as she heard Celise's words. Celise, everyone has the right to live regardless of who they are. The same applies for demons. We have never even seen them in person, so why should we despise them so much? If Mother were to hear that, she'd be furious and label you a traitor again. Honestly, why are you so protective of those horrible things? I don't get you at all. Come on, Christina, help me knock some sense into her. You fought those things before, right? Celie's disgust was understandable. Humans and demons have been at war with each other for a long time. Because they were blessed by the moon goddess Lunaria, the demons' race's powers were completely different to ours. Lunaria was a goddess who stood against the sun god, whom us humans worshipped. The demons were a ruthless, bloodthirsty race, nothing but savages who indulged themselves in pleasure and always stood against us. Although according to the history books, humans and demons lived together over thousands of years ago. But nothing resembling such peace remained. Instead, champions were called upon to rid the world of demon lords, regarded by many to be the main cause of bad luck and misfortune. And now, only one demon lord remained. They're dangerous, but those demons...
Oh, Chris, there you are.
A woman with misty gray eyes and long, silvery hair called out to me. Her black dress was wrapped around her elegant form, and an almost holy radiance flowed out from her. Despite her gender, she had an aura of authority that would force even the most chauvinistic men to kneel and obey her without further question. Her piercing gaze was undoubtedly the cause. Startled by her presence, the three of us immediately corrected our postures and nervously turned towards her.
申し訳ございません、陛下。私をお探しでいらっしゃいましたか？
Oh ho ho, there is no need to be so courteous. It has been a long time since my daughters gathered together, so please, just call me Mother.
は。
The person whom we called Her Majesty is Hilaris the Eighth, both Queen of Almanan and our mother. Naturally, the three sisters possessed the status of what many people called a princess. Every time I was reminded of that, I couldn't help but curse the heavens for not being born a prince. The second daughter, Celise, was praised for her heavenly singing voice, and was often compared to the divine bird Lame. Whereas the eldest daughter, Fianna, was recognized worldwide as a skilled harpist. I, however, didn't have any special skills that could be considered ladylike. I'd been tone deaf since childhood. Whenever I tried to sing, the birds would drop dead at my feet. And whenever I played the harp, its strings would snap from the draconian strength I possessed. There's no way a noble from any kingdom would take a liking to someone like me, let alone propose marriage. However, God took pity on me and allowed me to discover a talent for something completely unexpected. Back when I was 9 years old, Mother often watched me as I played with a toy sword. From my japs and movements, she came to a realization of sorts and decided to raise me as a champion. I guess it was a good thing in the end. I felt like I could finally relax, and my daily life felt satisfying and natural. Although sometimes I relaxed a bit too much and got scolded by the head knight.
Oh, that's right, Celise, we found you a husband.
Eh? The word husband startled the three of us. Ignoring our reactions, Mother continued.
The ceremony will be held in a month's time. You will be marrying the King of Roland.
The King of Roland?
お待ちください、母様。ローラン王といえば、御年50を超えるお方。とても姉上と釣り合いが取れるとは。
A marriage between royal families is nothing but a contract. If she wants a younger man, then she can always have an affair.
Mother, how can you say that?
No objections. Princesses are nothing more than diplomatic tools, after all. You too, Fianna. You should go out and make friends with a few kings.
Ah! Celise, wait. Celise ran away, her eyes brimming with tears. Fianna quickly gave chase. Which left me alone in the courtyard with Mother. Unsure of what to say, I simply bowed.
母上。
Yes?
確かに王族の結婚が契約であるのは皆も分かっております。けれどわざわざあのように冷たい物言いをなさらなくても。
Oh ho ho, don't worry. You won't be married off to some old king. I want you to be by my side, serving me forever.
I don't know why, but the way Mother acted around my sisters was completely different from how she acted around me. Though I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. I secretly took pride in getting special treatment. But recently, there'd been a tinge of fear glimmering in Mother's eyes. I couldn't look at them anymore. I was sure it wasn't Mother's eyes that had changed, but me. I'd grown up. I was no longer a naive little girl, but an adult. I saw things differently now.
Chris, you're the only one I can trust.
But with those same lips, she could order any number of cruel and ruthless deaths if she wanted. Mother was praised by her people for being a kind and benevolent queen. But it was common knowledge that she'd crush any opposing army in a heartbeat, leaving none alive to bear witness. We had a loyal minister once who'd served us for a long time, who made the mistake of objectifying to Her Majesty's political measures. He was later accused of treason. I still don't know where all the evidence against him came from. It was really suspicious. But even so...
ええ、母様。私はあなた様の味方です。
I did love my mother, and I was just as afraid of leaving her.
それで、母様、私を探していらっしゃったのは...
Oh yes, I remember now. I came here to request something. No, actually, this is an order. A secret task that only you can do.
密命でございますか？それは一体...
I assume you know about the destruction of Croftus?
はい。魔国デスライードによって一夜にして焼き払われた哀れな王国。そのむごさは視察に行ったこの目で見てまいりました。
Deathride is the only demon kingdom left. Used to be an isolationist nation. But one day they suddenly attacked and destroyed an island kingdom across the sea. I could still see the carnage whenever I closed my eyes. There were no witnesses. We only knew it was the demons due to the marks left on the weapons and flags amongst the rubble. Croft's actions before the incident also helped us join the dots.
Honestly, it really was unnecessarily brutal. I know the Kingdom of Crofts broke their contract with the first demon lady, Risti, but for such a calamity to befall them so soon after becoming neutral. And now, the kingdoms all over the world have decided to take action against Deathride. Even the Kingdom of Roland will soon join the cause.
So that's why Celise is marrying the King of Roland. Mother's dream of unifying the kingdoms and gaining true peace might actually come true.
Thus, Chris,
Huh?
I want you to infiltrate Deathride and assassinate the Demon King Gardus before our allied forces attack. If you succeed, the demon army will be in chaos, thus minimizing our own casualties and easing the victory.
それは...
King Gardus, the demon lord of Deathride, possessed a terrifying amount of magical power. He'd completely annihilated every army that threw itself at his country. He was the main reason why Deathride was still standing. If we deployed our army and attacked him head-on, he'd burn every single soldier to death. He was too dangerous in siege warfare, and that's why I had to infiltrate Deathride and assassinate him. I had to.
There is no better time than now to do it. Oh, Christina, our champion, I beg you to bring peace to this world.
承りました。このクリスティーナ・ランザード、アルメナン王家の名にかけて、必ずや悪しき魔王を討ち取ってまいりましょう。
I was aware of how dangerous my mission would be with only the minimum number of troops backing me up. There was a chance I wouldn't even be able to visit my homeland again. But despite that, the fate of our world rested on my shoulders, and it was my duty to see it through. I couldn't sing, and I always broke harps when I tried to play them. If all I could do was raise my sword and fight, then I'd gladly die doing so.
Well said. You are truly my daughter.
Mother caressed my cheek, praising my courage. I let myself relax, feeling a soft sense of happiness emerge within me. And yet her hands felt so cold. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this one, then click the eye at the top and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.